Alright. Welcome everybody. By everybody I mean 4 people that have joined us so far. To Friday night's FTRL at the Red Bull Ring. Marking the return of the Mazdas for the second time this season. Let's see, we've got an unsafe. A goose in the chat. Hello, good evening. Monsoon weather from start to finish. Maybe. Good evening, fever. So yes, if the clues are not there, it is supposedly wet week, and that'll mean that the Ferrari race could have a chance of wet weather. Psych, I've kept it dry for the whole thing. Because I hate wet weather. So, yeah, you're going to have a very boring Ferrari race. But that's, you know, we'll roll with it, I suppose. So we've got a few people showing up today. Rose is a new name. Already showing some decent lap timeage there. Panda has joined in. I think that's his first attendance for the season so far. So he is getting to grips with the Mazdas at the moment. T. Smith makes a return from being away last week. Oh, finally we're getting qualifying going. A little bit delayed. That's not like Lee at all. So yes, T. Smith returns from his absence last week, which hurt him in the championship. Which, if I just bring that up, I will let you know that after his good showing last week, SBY is now the GT1 leader, followed by Lecol and M30, which is M Dreisig on screen. Quite sure what's going on. Has qualifying started? Everyone's just chill. Oh, Rose got to get in car. So yes, it's BY, Lecol and M30 are your top 3 in GT1 in the standings. T. Smith is 4th. I think we will be having a Stufa showing up in the GT2 car later. He's running a bit late, so he will miss qualifying. Hello Derek, hello Beach. Oh, Odon's here covering for someone. Or for GT2, I just haven't bothered to put the special livery on. Owen racing for Aaron. Right. Didn't want to put on the Milker livery then. SBY's got in another lap of practice in the Mazda, so I wonder if that would stand him in good stead. Because Iron Man. I get it. Alright. So that's like fuck, we'd have to see the monk in there. Harsh. So Biggles and Graham are quick out onto track. Might want to give him some space, Graham. Quite a few people bunched up together actually. Ooh, nice. LS. Never actually seen an LS livery before. That's quite nice. Senor Dalal is making his way out onto the bits, giving himself plenty of space on track. Other people will be looking to get some form of slipstream. Going a little wide there. He's giving himself a few car lengths to Biggles. By Ron. T Smith coming into frame, and Lee Cole, SBY taking avoiding action. We're warming up the tyres. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I swear blind, I overheated mine yesterday. And potentially a few others. A little wide there for M30, coming on to start his timed lap. Ooh, Jose catches it. A little bit too much curve there. See anybody trying to take advantage of some slipstream? Maybe is Ron close enough? Not quite sure. Yeah, he would be on the straights. So Ron could be on to set a good lap. He and SBY having all kinds of battles already. Well, SBY's got a penalty and so is M30 behind him. Might as well get out of it. Just the smarter option. All the cars are split apart, so let's just go to Ron. Oh. Rob's dropped back. I wonder if he's had a little, made a little mistake there. We'll go to Biggles, as he will be the first to cross the line. "11 people watching the stream. Hello, thank you for joining. Please like the stream. Biggles crosses line with a 142.4. Not too shabby. Graham with a 142.7. And T Smith straight into provisional pole, as to be expected. M30 42.0, although he did have a penalty to serve, so there's more to come out of him, I suspect. Genuinely wonder what that Spotify code is on the front of his car. I've got a nasty feeling that I'm going to get rickrolled if I check that. And then I'll get a DMCA strike on the stream. So, Panda into provisional second, decent lap from him. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to have to do it on... Can I see it? Nope. Let's have a look. Can we scan that code? Nope. Doesn't look like it. How do you scan a Spotify code? Do you have to do it in the... This spot for itself. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, let's have a look. Right, we'll shut that there because I think we all know what that is. So, improvements in time. T. Smith once again. Rom now goes into second after setting a clean lap. M30 up into third, ahead of Panda. SBY improves to fifth. Rom not too far off of T. Smith's time. M30 looking to get a little bit of slipstream here off of Lee. Mikey improves his time. Let's just go down the order. Udon's up into 7th, Biggle 6th, Rosé 8th, Lee in 9th, Andy's just gone into 10th, ahead of Graham. Mikey in 12th. Senor Duval is 3.2 seconds off the pace. I'm assuming he's not set a proper lap yet. Ron's got a penalty. Looks like M30 has got by Lee. So I wonder, we'll just have a look at his split time as we go through the infield section. So Duval sets a new faster time. Oh, a little bit of sideways action there. What does that do? 0.4 quicker than his best time, so he'll be teasing Rom for that second place. Rom serves his penalty. Could play a little tactical block maybe. Unless M30 can get a little bit of slipstream. Biggles up to 5th, improves his time again. Oh no. Penalties for Rom and M30. They will get another lap. 141.188 would have kept him in 3rd. So, there's Rom going off track. I think M30 got another penalty added on at turn 1. Yep. Rosé to 7th. Far off of SBY's time. I think I just saw Mikey going wide at turn 1. Odon with a penalty, currently 8th. Lee in 9th. I think he was saying something last week about he doesn't have 1 lap pace. He has to bed in, so more to come from Lee in the actual race, no doubt. Senor Duval up into 11th now. By not a lot ahead of Graham. Fair amount of penalties already being accrued during these qualifying laps. So, looking at our provisional pole sitter at the moment. Still rocking the low aero pack, as was Beach yesterday. So 1.7 seconds, that's just a setter up for this lap I reckon. Lee improves up into 9th place. Big old jump, oh big old slide for T. Smith as well coming out of turn 1. Are you fucking serious, Aaron? A lot of weight and all that, isn't there? Right. Into the final lap, do you think we're going? Panda's compromised his, I believe. So let's see if M30 can get a improvement on his time. Probably giving himself a penalty from that though. Oh god, I went the wrong way. Yeah, half second for M30. Lee in front of him. So potentially compromised for that lap. glitchy. So Graham, I think, is done with qualifying. Biggles in 6th. Can he improve from 6th as he crosses the line this time by? I'm not going to scroll down the list because there's too many cars. Not this time. No improvement for T. Smith, but he doesn't need one. Lee very wide on the exit there. Style points for everyone. You get a style point, you get a style point. No one making use of the last lap so far. Jose across the line, SBY. I respect M30 for staying where he is on track. Ah, oh, damn it, let's just change the camera. Got a good little camera on there. Ooh, Mike improves his time, but does he improve his position? And negatory. Still, it's all good. Not far off of Graham's time. So everyone will have a battle of some sort. Does AP8 is a decent start in FTRL? Yep. Nice little debut. Matt Manny in the chat, good evening. So, quick rundown of the grid. T. Smith, naturally. We'll have Rom alongside him, M30 and Panda on the 2nd row. Lee and Biggles on the 3rd row, SBY Rosé on the 4th. Then comes Odon, Andy, Tom Duval, Graham and Mikey. And looking at the time, I'm not sure if Stoof has made it back yet. How many are in the race? There's 13 at the moment. Stoofer, we believe, is going to be a late comer, but he'll probably have to wait for the Ferrari race now. T. Smith thinks he's going to spin on the first lap. Why does he think that? He's so rapid, he doesn't need to really push too hard. Just a shame it can't be you and right. The FIBA and Aaron battle has begun in the chat right before this race begins. And they're off. Look like Panda had a good little start there. He might be challenging M30 into the front row. First turn. M30 going round the outside of Robin there. Needs to stay as close to the track as possible. Yeah, M30 went too wide, got a penalty. Same for Lee, it looks like. SBY being challenged by Andy and Rosé, but Andy's got a penalty as well. Mikey having a go at Graham. Let's go, Mikey. Here they come. Few cars going wide. Andy's got to be careful with the potential penalty. I think he might have got away with that one. Going consigned to the back at this time. So T. Smith 0.4 ahead of Rom. Not getting away as much this time. 16 people watching, thank you for joining us here at the Red Bull Ring in the Mazdas. Wonder how many positions M30 is going to lose with that penalty. Ooh, T. Smith getting wiggly. Rom's closing. Rom is closing on T. Smith. It looks like M30's managed to keep his position after serving his penalty. He needs to get right into the slipstream of that Mazda in front of him. Across the line for the first lap completed. Why is Aaron in the chat and not racing? I'm guessing that's got something to do with the move. an impending move or a move that's just happened? I was under? Or it's just chilling? We'll have a go at the top of the hill. I think he's close enough to have a little look, but no. Not this time by. Completely caught up. SBY and Biggles having a battle. Looks like SBY's gone through there. Duval's getting a penalty. Rosé down to 9th. Starting position, and he's got another penalty. God. Come on, Andy. Settle. Oh, hello. Mike having a look at Odon. Odon's not letting it go. Graham hanging on the back of him. So, everybody's still with people to battle. Front three kind of breaking away a little bit. Rob's dropped time now. So, whatever mental advantage Rom had on lap 1 seems to have dissipated. He's now being caught by M30. M30 had a great little... Oh yeah, Rom's had a bad time through that final corner. M30 having a look. On the brakes. Through he goes, and needs to stay on track. I think he's fine there. So Rom now down to 3rd, half-second penalty. Panda also with a half-second penalty. They are coming thick and fast in GT1 today. So you can have a look at Panda up the inside. Panda looking for the switchback. Gets a superior drive, Lee with a little bit of a sideways action on the curbage. Lightning McQueen, gotta go fast. And we'll complete the move, I think. SBY now right on the back of Lee in double quick time. Having dispatched Biggles. Duval's now got a 1-second penalty. Fantastic. Graham and Mikey dueling it out with half-second penalties each. So T Smith now with a 2-second gap already to M30. Rom serves his penalty, Panda serves his penalty. Will Lee resume that position? Yep, there he goes. No worries, but we're getting a group of cars coming together here. Each of these Each of these guys looking 4th place. Panda might have another look into turn 1. It's better of it this time. Wants to get a better exit out of turn 1. Gets a bumpy exit out of turn 1. So that's compromised Panda for the straight into the clutches of SBY. Biggles might have Rosé for company. Well, yeah, Biggles has got a penalty, so Rosé might take that. SBY very late on the brakes, it seemed there. Gets it stopped in time. Sets his sights on Lee. Panda will come back at him though. Panda was quite strong on this straight previous lap. Yep, Rosé doing a good job. Doesn't really need to force a move. Ooh, everybody a little bit sideways there. Must be right, defending a little bit. Goes on the curb. Panda's taking a wider line. That could be a bit dangerous. Seen a few penalties there for going too wide on that curb, but I think he's got away with it. He was very wide, Andy very wide. Biggles serves that penalty. Rosé goes through. SBY continues to fend off a Panda, shaking bamboo at him. because with another penalty, Odon very wide through the last corner, Duval with a half second again, Odon gets a half second for that last corner. Graham and Mikey served their penalties, but Graham's giving himself another one. So the battle for last place is still hotting up. Duval and Odon coming together. Andy's doing a big catch up now that he's given himself a few laps without penalties. Ooh, Rosé up to 6th. Head of Panda. Rosé making moves. That's all my name. It's been a few weeks. Yeah, no worries, mate. So long as it's enjoyable, then to the viewers, then I'll keep doing it. Yeah, Rosé making moves. You love to see it. Not quite sure Rosé's history in league racing, but seems to know what it's all about. So a very welcome addition, which I pushed for when they were viewing a couple of weeks ago on the stream, on my GT1 stream. T-Smith's going to win this, isn't he? Unless Ron can get his act together and find that lap 1, that pace that he had lap 1. I don't know about you, Joker, but I find the tyres really overheated. My tyres in the Mazda were horrendous. I think I overheated mine, even though there's no tyre wear. I'm told by a certain person that overheating is still a factor, and roughly about this point of the race, my tyres felt terrible. So, Panda takes back 6th from Rosé. So, this battle is still going on. 4th place, SBY a bit wide. William Panda cleaner through there. Oh, no. What was that for? Sus penalty, that. Very sus. It was assumed. Oh, Andy, very deep there. Also, can we have a shout out for the Trotters Independent Trading livery? That looks fantastic. Odon is cutting the grass, but has shook Duval off. Although Duval did have a 1-second penalty, so he's now fending off Mikey and Graham. Token look at T. Smith in the lead, 6 seconds ahead. M30 is now taken 2nd from Ron. Owen, get your shit together. I'm surprised you would say that, Fever, since he's covering for Aaron, and I thought you don't want Aaron to win things. So do you want to reevaluate that statement? Let me know. So SBY with another penalty, Lee Cole with another penalty. So 4th could end up going to Panda here in short time, depending on how he can keep up with the boys in front. Rosé's dropping off a little bit. Rom's got by M30, although M30's got another penalty. He will retract. I say my hate until Aaron races again. They love each other, really. So, M30 through on the inside of Rom. Zoom. Stufan has joined the room, so he will be in the Ferrari race. This time from the back. That's SBY with Lee Cole all over the back of him. Not much time gets lost in these Mazdas for the penalties. Got enough for Rom to resume 2nd place. SBY and Lee stay ahead of Panda and Rosé. Oh, SBY got on the inside curve a little too much, but I think he got away with that one. That man's going to join too. Yeah, more the merrier, might as well get involved. M30 with yet another penalty. Just throwing away the second place. If he just keeps some clean laps going, I think he could pull away from Rom, but Rom's no slouch. Going up the hill, a little bit of touch in. Oh, Rob left it too late to brake, and that gets it stopped. Through he goes, little wiggle. Come on, settles, and 30 goes through once again. Panda has got by Lee. Biggles has joined the fray, but he's got a penalty, and here comes Andy as well. Rom and 30 continue their battle. They are losing so much time to T Smith ahead. It's crazy. M30 on the inside line. I'm trying to keep it around the outside. It's good racing from these guys. Although now the rest of them are... Ooh, gosh, Rob. The rest of them are coming. These two battling so hard that... oh god, here comes SBY. Avoiding action into third. So M30 needs to watch his final corner. Sticking it through on the other green car there. So M30 back in the third. Rob's got a little bit of leeway. Panda's coming up on SBY now. Having a look. SBY on this? No. SBY tucks in. Panda's thought better of it. Lee's there, Rosé's there, Biggles is now there, despite having a penalty, so... And here comes Andy. T Smith nowhere in sight on that screen. But the majority of the field is. When he moves... No. All clean. Andy looked to have got a good run through there, and he's right on the back of Biggles. Biggles having a look at Rosé. Stewart's on standby. Yeah, this could implode. But I don't know. It's been fantastic. Everyone's been pretty solid so far. Looks like Rom is being caught back up again. So, what's this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars here. Any of these 8 cars could potentially be on the podium the way they're battling. With that amount of laps left. Slight gap between SBY and Lee Cole, but the way penalties have been coming, anything could happen. Oh, SBY with a wiggle. Quick. Oh, Andy getting very tail happy there. Go back a bit. Odon in 10th, settled down. Duval 11th, Graham in 12th. Mikey is 10 seconds off. Like he's come to drama somewhere. Well, T Smith's got a penalty, so that'll take something out of his 11.5 second gap. Be warned. Oh god. M30 with a 1 second penalty now. SBY attacking. Not this time. He's better of it. Gets a better drive out of there. That one's joined the room for the Ferraris. Rosé into 5th. Someone had a penalty. Panda's got a penalty. Lee on the inside. And Andy's having a go at Biggles. Oh, Panda's gone deep. Ooh, it's getting a bit spicy. SBY still hanging behind M30. And the defence from Andy. Biggles has got a half second again. Ooh, Panda has a wiggle. Will serve his penalty, as will Biggles. Will Andy go through? Usually I can keep up with the chat that's going on, but I can't at the moment because it's just madness. So SBY into third now, with M30 serving that 1 second penalty. Rosé in fifth, coming under attack from Lee. His race pace doing him good. Ooh, Rosé a bit wobbly out of there, but not too much time lost. Ended up into 7th now. Campaign to get Tom Smith on comfort tyres, yeah. Okay, chat is odd discussions in chat then. Well, everyone seems to have spaced out a bit now as we head into the final 2 laps. So I think the battle is 5th to 8th. Barring any more penalties for anyone. Bills has dropped off the back a little bit. Duval with a 1 second, so he could potentially fall behind Graham. T Smith heading around the final corner. Joe Suckins in the lead. One with 1.4 on SBY. I think he might have sewn up second place. SBY to M30, 6/10. So that is not yet done and dusted, although M30 very wide again. How much of that corner has he cut? Go away with it. Into the final lap they go, looks like it. Everybody else looks to have got through that final corner, apart from Biggles. One final penalty for Biggles. Nope, couple back there, Graham and Tom. So Graham now with a 1 second penalty and Duval with a half second penalty. That's 4 attempts to the gap. Does M30 have something for SBY on this final lap? Start to come into the infield section of the track. So cutting a very tight line there. SBY with a wiggle. Loses time. M30 does seem to hold on to the insides of these corners a whole lot better than most, unless he's sliding it like that. Oh god, there's still a battle going on behind. Rosé free and clear, but battle for 6th is still on. Just quickly, there's Tom. He's going to win this Mazda race. Flash of the lights. I'm just going to head to SBY and M30. Had a thought of a little dive there, but no. And he's got a penalty, so SBY will finish off the podium. Good God Almighty. We'll recap that at the end of the race, but well, that was exciting. Well done to Rosé. Coming in 5th. Where's Mikey? There he is. That Mazda looks like it's been in the wars a little bit there. Understandable reaction coming across the line there from Mikey. T Smith with a 1 minute 40. Pooh. Alright, so to recap, there we go. T Smith wins. Shocker. So the front 2 stay as they were from the grid, although Rom had to work for it. SBY in 3rd, M30 in 4th, Rosé in a very solid 5th position there. Lee in 6th, Panda 7th, Andy in 8th. Any of these guys could have finished in 4th or 5th, the way they were going. Fantastic race in the Mazdas for these guys. Biggles in 9th, Odon 10th, Taval in 11th, Graham in 12th, and Mikey in 13th. With T Smith getting the best lap, of course. Woo. Tom DeVal has left the room. Oh, to restart his PS5. Okay, so we'll just wait for people to rejoin, and Lee will no doubt be messaging me shortly for weather settings. It gon' rain. No, it's not. It's not. I already said it at the beginning of the stream. I hate the rain, so I've psyched everybody out. It's going to be dry the whole thing. R08, 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 R08. Doodaloo doo doo doo. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. 9 slots. Stupid game. Copy. Paste. There we go. The weather has been sent. I've sent it. Oh. Snow from start to finish. Yeah. And hazel. Surely mean hail, right? Why is it raining bitches called Hazel? Alright, so of course, looking at those results, it is a reverse grid for the Ferraris, so T Smith will be at the back with Ron, SBY, M30 all at the back. Well, the pseudo back. The latecomers will be put behind them, I'm sure. My English is the worst. Welches Wurst? Bratwurst? Currywurst? Oh, no. No, we don't want to see that. No, we don't want to see that. I don't want to, no, I don't want anybody to know. Do you feel, no, we don't want anybody to know. Do you feel powerful, joke? No, I don't. Not at all. Granted, there might have been a little bit of anger in these weather settings, potentially. Because my thing was just horrendous last night. It's just... Batman might want to change his tyres. Oh dear. Right, so prepping for Ferraris has begun. I do believe this will be 26 laps. A shorter endurance race as we have the Mazdas. Hold on there in the spectacular looking Iron Man livery, if I do say so myself. Don't know why I would say so myself. Just, oh, beautiful. Look at that, it's even got light up lights. Stufa has joined the party. He's getting in all the race time. Matman also in very nice livery. I don't know why I'm saying that's a very nice livery, but it's a very nice livery. Rosé, AlphaTauri. Wait, doesn't someone else have an AlphaTauri? Sure. SBY and the Yamaha sponsored Ferrari. And what he will be able to do after last week's high. Decent results for SBY. Made him the championship leader. Of course, the endurance by itself paying out decent points. Some starting on mediums. Yeah, the tyres are whatever. Because it's a wet race, there's no mandatory thing to be set. Otherwise, you might get penalties for not using a mandatory tyre, like it would normally be in a regular lobby, and that's caused issues in the past. You're already getting penalties. Why change the habit of a race night? So Lee's just sorting out the grid. Just got the soft 12 laps last night. Yeah. Compared to the last shorter Ferrari endurance race, the softs seem to last a bit longer. We three? I wasn't lucky at all. I made the wrong call on safe. Completely wrong call. I mean, so did you, to be fair. You should have stayed on the intermediates and did the one stop like the rest of them. But yeah, full wet on that first rain was a bad call, and then it just went progressively worse from there. Mikey's back in his blue Skechers car. Still the acid yellow. Graham opting to just chill in the pits. Fair enough. Yeah, the inters were, I don't know, some voodoo juju going on with those inters, I think. Yeah, we didn't get enough hard rain for the wet tyres to do their magic. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Ooh, careful, Panda. I've had decent races in the rain in FTRL before. I remember once in Suzuka in a Mustang. I had some pretty Jensen Button-esque tyre calls. But overall, I'm not a big fan of the wet races. Ooh. 130.1 for Ram. I'm using this time to get some extra practice in. Well, I haven't got any more messages from Lee, so I can only assume that this delay Bigger's half a second off of Rom's time. That's a good crack. They're both on soft tyres. Solid effort, Biggles. Solid penalty. Duval with the penalty. Race hasn't even started yet and the penalties are stacking. Has M30 got any more? No, he's clear for now. T Smith has got one somewhere. Batman. Oh, Graham has gone out for some practice. Good lad. And 30 with a 30.9 that time round. T Smith's keeping his powder dry, he's not setting a fast lap. And he's saying let's go, question mark. 1 minute one. 1 minute? Surely you could have made that 30 seconds, Lee. Wait, long enough, man. Oh, so it's gonna be Mikey on pole, isn't it? Come on, Mikey. Make sure you have wet tyres. Yeah, everybody, make sure you've got your wet tyres or your intermediate tyres for this, what is going to be a dry race. Currently showing 5th fastest. Of course, T Smith hasn't set a time, so keep an eye on Rosé, I think. Yep. Right, here we go. So just briefly at the back, we've got Stufa ahead of Matman. I guess that's by virtue of Stufa joining the lobby before Matman. Mikey on pole. So we got mediums for Graham, mediums for Duval, mediums for Odon, softs for Biggle, softs for Andy, mediums for Panda, mediums for Lee, mediums for Rosé, M30 on mediums, SPY mediums, Rom soft, T Smith medium, and then medium soft for Stufa and Matman as they head into turn 1. Oh, Duval got very untidy through there, but he's kept it. He might get a penalty. He's right on the back of Graham though. Yep, there's that penalty coming through. Odon will have to defend from Biggles, who's having a little look-see. Is Duval going to go through on Graham? Setting up the inside. Oh, a bit wiggly. What's happened to Mikey? Mikey, you were by yourself through that turn. What happened? Well, you went a bit deep. Duval into the lead. Mikey getting a push from Odon potentially. Graham having a look at Duval, sorry. Oh, Mikey wants it back, but Graham says, no, I'm taking the inside line. I'm going for first, says Graham. Oh god, are we 3 wide back here? Potentially. Biggles getting a little elbow up maybe there from Andy and Odon being side by side. Settle down, boys, settle down. All over the back of Andy. Got to Duval serves his penalty. He's trying to keep hold of second place from Mikey. Mikey's been pushed wide, I think. Let's Andy come up on the inside of Mikey as they head through the final turn. And Biggles as well, taking the opportunity. Mikey's getting shuffled here. Panda's through, Rosé's through, Odon's coming through. Lord almighty. Oh, Odon a little wiggly over that curb. Panda and Rosé still doing battle. Up ahead, Duval challenging Graham. Now Duval, I'm going for first, but Graham puts the switch back on him. Duval's gone too deep, loses 2 positions. Biggles might even have a look. Oh no, is that Rosé? Yeah, Rosé very wide there. SBY's up into 8th. T. Smith is already up there as well. Right position for him. Mikey down to 10th. Poor Mike getting shuffled. Rom Elson. Why'd I call him Rom Elson? Why'd I give him his full... Just Rom, for God's sake. Rom up in the 11th, through on Lee Cole. And 30 also there. Slipper and Matman kind of watching proceedings. The chaos unfold. So, Andy up into the lead. Duval having another look at Graham at a different part of the track now. Gets out of it a little bit. Graham takes more of the curve and Ashbrook. Oh, a bit of a shove there. That's going to impact Graham with a penalty, I think. Biggles goes on through. Graham got away with it. Yep, I think he has. Oh, that'll be unfortunate. Oh, Biggles! Biggles with wiggles. Now with Duval all over the back of him. Andy is making hay while the getting is good. Trying to get away from these guys. T. Smith having a look at... who was that? Oh God. SBY. Sends it on through. Challenging Odon now. Duval did not get by Biggles. Graham has been shuffled back to 4th with Panda now having a look at the inside. Ooh, curve unsettles Panda. Graham stays in 4th for now. Rosé up into 6th. Panda's unsettled car has will give Rosé the opportunity for attack, but here comes T. Smith. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong car. Quite a lot of light blue cars. Nothing doing for Duval this time at the end of the lap. Biggles can breathe. Green Panda Rosé for 4th. Andy setting the fastest lap while he's got clean air. Rom in the background there, looking at Lee. Right on the back of Odon. Pulls out the slipstream. Sets a purple sector. Through he goes. So here we go. SPY now on the defensive. Why have I pressed the camera button? That was silly. Play with the camera then. SPY ahead of Odon, Lee and M30. Here are Rosé now challenging Graham. Here we go. Through into 5th. T. Smith looking to take the opportunity to also put one on Graham. He has for now, but Graham has the inside line. Is he going to back out? He's going to back out? Yeah, I think he backed out for now. We're only 4 laps into this race. So Rosé up into 5th. So Andy leads by 3.1 seconds ahead of Duval, who has got by Biggles. But gives himself a penalty now, so Biggles will resume 2nd, I reckon. T. Smith gets by Rosé, only a matter of time. He picks his way through the traffic. Surprisingly, M30 still in 10th. Has got by Lee Cott at this time. Mikey hanging hanging on there in 12th. Just 8/10 off the back of Lee. And Stufer and Matman having their own little GT2-esque battle. Ooh, and Rom, hello. Well, 140 for Rom. Rom's come a cropper somewhere. Missed that. Dang it. It must have been big. And Deval has left the room. I wonder what happened there, because I noticed he wasn't running in second or third, and I was just going to go down the order to find him, but he's dropped out, so hopefully we'll get some info on that one. M30 on the inside of Odon in the background there. He goes on through. M30 not giving, Odon not giving it up though. Taps into the back, into the slipstream. Equal also there. So Biggles no longer has a Duval to deal with, but will have a Angry Panda to deal with. Say that. I think Panda's angry tonight. Seems to have been having a good run for the most part this evening. T. Smith, 4/10 off of the fastest lap. Oh, there goes Panda. Through he goes. And on the medium tyre, so Biggles potentially overheating his tyres if he's not getting all that he can out of them. Oh, Panda with a little bit of a wiggle on the curb. Collects it nicely. SB1 Graham now. SB1 gets out of it. He'll live to battle another day. 6 laps in, we're just waiting for Lee's long race pace to formulate, but that camera looked like it was getting a little hazy. Oh, look, Graham. Graham went a little wide there and possibly compromised SBY, so M30's now got by SBY. Deval went wide in the double left-hander, but it was in a gaggle of cars, so it might have been contact. Yeah, potentially. But we don't know how it was, how it panned out. If he was facing the wrong way, then SBY's lights have come on. Ooh. Not great traction for SBY there. Oh, many more lights are coming on. So Odon having a look at SBY now. Still around the outside. Ooh, come together. Mediums versus medium tyres. SBY stays ahead. Lee Cole looking to get involved. Graham's got a penalty. So M30's going to go through, I think. Yeah. M30 goes on through. Rosé in 5th. Going well. Biggles ahead. It's a bit of fuel. Rosé might want to keep fuel in mind. T. Smith going pretty well with fuel. Catching on to Panda. Great to see T. Smith actually spend some time and put 4 decals on his car. Yeah. Andy continuing to set purple sectors. There we go. Oh, T. Smith through on Panda. Panda gives him a little dink as T. Smith parks on the apex. Denies that switch over. Biggles has got a penalty. Rosé is going to get 4th, we think. Certainly looking like it. Ooh. Yeah, I think those soft tyres have had the best taken out of them. People struggling to get the car stopped. Andy good on fuel too. Let's have a look. Yeah. For the front runners, Andy's doing pretty decent, but with everyone kind of fighting behind him at the start of the race, he could save a little bit. go on board here. We've got some wiper action going on. So, wiper action for T. Smith. It is raining. They're coming in. Everybody's coming in. Oh, not everybody. Hold on. Lee. Oh, this is a bold move. A bold move. Lee, the only person to stay out. This is a hero or zero moment, ladies and gentlemen. Bunch of pussies except me. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's a bad strat. There's that. Oh my god. SPY into second has gone full wet. Tom DeVol's rejoined the room. Oh, hi Tom. So SPY has leapt everyone by not fueling. So, and he's still. Oh, SPY's gone off. SPY's gone off on the wet tyres. Andy resumes the lead, essentially, of this race. Where is Lee? 70 mile an hour, tiptoeing. Oh, is that a mare? Here comes Andy. Oh god, even on full wets these guys are slip sliding around. T. Smith on intermediates. Whoo! Panda intermediates, Biggles intermediates, Rosé intermediates, M30 intermediates. Looks like everyone else has gone intermediates apart from Rom. Matman. Yeah, not many. Not many have gone full wet actually. Andy's gone full wet. Lee gets to the pits finally. So he won't drop right to the back, I don't think, depending on what fuel he puts in. But it is an absolute tropical storm out there. So it'll be interesting to see how these medium runners go. T. Smith being the first one. So we'll see how that impacts his pace compared to the guys on wets in front of him. Respect to Lee for trying. Yeah, you know, you've got to take the punt, I suppose, when you're further back. He took the punt, and it's not worked out for him. Oh, Panda very deep there, intermediate tyres. Biggles manages to get it stopped before going off track, so he'll have a bit of a better run. Oh, someone's gone off. M30 on the intermediates. Rosé down into, well, what was 7th, but is now 6th. Now back to 7th as these two swap positions on the straight. So this is the tricky bit. You're not necessarily on the correct tyres for the conditions, but you don't want to lose that position to the guy next to you. Graham showing in 8th, followed by Odon and Mikey back into the mix. Nice to see that those glowing numbers work when the lights are on. Well done GT for actually adding that. Pretty cool feature on the cars, on the new cars. I think the Porsche has that as well. So, T. Smith 1.7 away from SBY. Andy 2.2 ahead. So, it's sort of neutralised things a little bit this weather, although Rosane M30 still together on track, still doing battle. Oh no, Graham, good save, solid save. Hold on's going to go through, potentially Mikey as well. Mikey goes through at the end of the track, but he's out-braked himself. Graham resumes 9th place. Odon stays 8th. Not much of a gap then next to each other, I think. Just saw Graham's car. Odon brakes later. Oh, very slip slidey there. Mikey got into the back of Graham a little bit. Smith getting a little closer to SBY. And he's pulling away. And he seems to have a thing for a Red Bull ring. T. Smith needs to be careful going on curbs with those intermediate tyres. Oh. The wet meter rising as he goes on the AstroTurf. And Biggles just content to lap, and 30 with a half-second penalty. We're now having a look at Odon into turn 1. Noses ahead. Odon has a wiggle under braking. Did he get a little tap there from Mikey? I think he did, because Mikey's kind of held back on accelerating there. Ron, he's on full wet tyres. Not making much headway on the guys in front, which I'm kind of surprised about. I would have thought on the wet tyres he would have been catching them pretty rapidly. Oh, Lee is 14 seconds off Stufa. And he's gone on to intermediates. So, Andy getting a bit sideways there. T. Smith now under a second from SBY. Curious how these weather conditions are affecting different runners on different tyres. Oh, these guys both sideways through the S's. Hindered SBY more than anything else. Onto the start finish straight they come. T. Smith needs to get on the track. He's $70, got to use all the AstroTurf available. Well, I hope you guys in the chat are happy with the rain presented to you. Was it worth it? And 30 served his penalty on the last lap. Has managed to hold Rosé at bay. For now. Inters versus Inters. Graham's got a half second. Mikey also a half second. They're on free of any penalty. Oh, looks like Ron's coming back at them now. So 43s for them, 46s and 45s ahead. Those will be red flag conditions in any F1 race, yeah. Because God forbid that they actually use their wet weather tyres. Right, T. Smith has dropped off the back of SBY a little bit. Oh, it's not raining at this part of the track. So, looks like the rain might be starting to go away. Piper comes back on and off. So conditions potentially starting to clear now. The wet weather meter is starting to drop. It's come out of that full wet section. So those on the wets will start to see a decay in lap time. And the inters will start to come back. And he's still with a 2.9 second gap. Still running pretty good there. But $5 if it's drying. Tom's the first to pit for softs. Yeah, potentially. That racing line seems to be drying pretty quick, I think. The boys looking for the wet parts of the track. Yeah, we'll just check SPY's fuel actually. I don't know, depending on how quick this track dries, SPY might have been worth putting a bit of fuel in on his stop. Don't know how much he did put in, if any, but I don't know what's going on, but T. Smith's dropped off by a second. The intermediate tyre still looking pretty good. Although he's catching it back up pretty rapidly, so I think potentially we're at that point where the wet tyres are now going to degrade for the conditions. Jose has dropped off a little bit of M30 now. Looks like it might be time to pit, yeah. Could it be a time for Lee to make an earlier stop? Yeah, keep looking for the wet part of the track against Erdon, same for Rom. Dry line definitely showing. Stufer, Lee now 7 seconds, 8 seconds off of Stufer on the intermediate tyres. I don't know. Looking at that, I wonder if Lee could have come out on softs if he had pitted at the end of that lap. Looking at that wet weather bar, I reckon dry tyres might have just worked on the dry line, but you would have to stay well within that dry line. So Andy's lead has come down significantly. SBY's bingo on fuel. He'll probably have to pit. Yeah, he's going to pit. Might be worth the punt. If he can get dry tyres to work on that drying line when he comes out, could be a good little time maker upper. Terrible wording. The boys continue on. Just curious, I'll just go back and see what Lee decides to head in. Because around that line is the sort of cut-off, isn't it, for dry tyres and wets. No, Lee decides to continue on. SBY is going to put in all the fuel. There we go, SBY opting for softs. He'll have to be careful coming out of this out of the pit lane, because that'll still be wet as fudge. Inching it across to the dry line. I think there's Lee. So this will be curious. Soft tyres versus intermediate tyres. If SBY can keep it on the dry. So T. Smith up into second place as SBY has pitted. Still very wet offline, isn't it? Some areas of the track. That wet meter going into the full wet section of the bar of the meter. SBY still clinging on. These guys continue on the wet tyres. Oh, Andy on the wet. T. Smith on the intermediate. T. Smith looking for the water. Andy is not, which is a bit of a surprise. No, he does now. Now the pressure ramps on. T. Smith gets better drive out the corner. He's right on the back of Andy now. This for the lead. And through goes T. Smith on the intermediate tyre. a solid third, Big was fourth, I'm 30 catching him up. Jose's dropped off a little bit. 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds either way. Graham 7th. Oh, Mikey with a penalty. Let's just check in on SBY. So, not far off of Lee. He's definitely catching. Definitely made up time in this last lap. Andy pits. T. Smith has continued on. This could be a masterstroke for Andy, because it looks like the dry tyres are the ones to start looking to get onto. Genuinely surprised that no one else has opted to pit, given that SBY has been out there for 2 laps now on dry tyres, and he's not exactly spinning around. So Andy coming out on softs, puts in 64% of fuel. That man making a smart decision, I think, to come in. SBY has got by Lee. 133.7 for SBY that last lap. Might be going to the end on inters and use every wet patch. Well, yeah, maybe. But God knows that if they're going to die off. No one seems to have a wet weather radar up, so I can't tell if anything else is coming. Ooh, M30, playing with those track limits again. But gets away with no penalty this time. Biggles looking good at the moment, in 3rd position. Well, M30 is opting to bin off the intermediate tyres. As is Rosé. Graham continues on. Hold on, and Mikey will continue on. Yep, I think Rom's dipping in. Yep, Rom dips in. Andy out onto the softs. The dry line is very pronounced now. Oh, SPY's back behind Lee. Oh, I think he's dipped into the wet at some point. Not ideal, because this lap is significantly slower than his last lap. Would need to rain again. Yep, Matman out on the softs. A little bit wiggly into the wet areas of the track. So, inters on T. Smith from Panda, also on inters. SBY, you blithering idiot, says Bolts. Yeah, not great. Not ideal. Looking very bright out there at the moment. Hold on, Mikey. Doing battle. Hold on, fending Mikey off for another lap. Looking for the wet areas. Andy on softs. Do the guys on it have enough fuel to see it out? Let's have a look at... Well, SBY's back ahead of Lee. Needs to stay off those curbs. See what this lap time is. 132? Yeah, 132.6 for SBY. So, soft tyres are quick at this point. .30 down in 9th, he pitted, so he's on the soft tyres now. We'll just go to T. Smith. Fuel wise, quarter of a tank. Panda might have some fuel concerns, potentially, looking at that. Biggles might be alright. Graham's not looking too great. So potentially some worries there. Odon's looking alright, Mikey's looking alright. Andy has pitted and put in some fuel. So given he's got half a tank, maybe he knows something about how much fuel is needed for the rest of the race. Soft tyres for him, 33.1 last lap. Stufa on very dead intermediate tyres against M30. M30 needs to be careful with an overtake. Needs to stay in the dry. Just to stay on that dry line and get ahead. SBY trying to get by Stufa now as well. Superior traction out the corners. Through he goes. Can only catch 6 seconds a lap, you reckon? Pooh! Negatory. I don't think so. But the wet tyres were just not the ones to be on. They would have just crumbled, given the way these intermediates look. I don't know. Fuel concerns, potential tyre concerns. What's an intermediate tyre like when it's fully dead? Who knows? But Panda's certainly going to need some fuel. I think T. Smith. Yeah, I think there could be some fuel, some splash and goes required here. Graham is with Odon and Mikey. Mikey serving his penalty. These boys all on the intermediate tyre. Oh! Odon is opting to pit in. More rain, more rain, more rain! I don't know. Nothing on the windshield at the moment. So, Odon in on his intermediates. If there is something on the radar, maybe we will find out from Odon's pit stop. M30 and SBY doing battle. Ooh, 30 gets untidy through the turn 1. SBY is going to take that position off him in the straight. Can't fight that. SBY with better acceleration. Through he goes. Needs to get the car stopped. Ooh, SBY's lights just came on there, I think. Yep. So SBY's lights have come back on. A few other lights are showing again. These intermediate tyre runners are looking dead. Rosé's come out on soft tyres at some point, a couple laps ago, yeah. Gonna have superior traction on this dry line. It's looking a bit hazy again. Where's Odon? Odon came out on soft tyres. So, is it staying dry? Oh, T. Smith with a half-second penalty. He will have to pit for fuel. What am I doing with the camera, man? Jesus. Right, so here we go. Biggles up into second, bit squirrely through turn 1. Panda and Graham are pitting off of their intermediates that are just about dead. Panda puts in 36% of fuel. Starting to come out again. Here comes SBY and M30. They're going to be rapid down this straight. What's Panda gone on to? Panda's gone on to fresh intermediates. No rain on the windscreen as of yet. So does Panda see something on the radar? The lights are on. That dry line is fully dry pretty much. Panda needs to find some wet track. Why? Well, he must see something on the radar if he's putting intermediates on. Have a look up front. Oh, yellow flag. rules were off. Who's that? Matman on softs. So Matman's coming in. T Smith is coming in for fuel. Biggles will probably have to come in for fuel. There's no way these guys are making it. Andy will be fine for fuel, but if there's rain, there it is. The wipers are going, the rain is coming down. Andy's on softs, he needs to dip in straight away. He needs to get it around the corner first of all. Mikey's right there on dead intermediates. Mikey might have timed this great for a fantastic finish. After being shuffled back at the beginning. So Panda gonna go through? No, most of them, but not T Smith. So people pitting in. T Smith onto Inters, Panda on Inters. Takes second place now. Biggles is coming out on the intermediate tyre as well. It's full wet, it seems, in the exit of the pit lane. So Biggles resumes in third. Andy somehow got a half-second penalty, but crucially didn't need to fuel. But 8.7 seconds back with 3 laps left. Big ask. Oh, SBY still on softs. Why? Why SBY? Why have you continued on? Oh no, there goes Mikey. M30 having a look at Graham. Oh, M30 and SBY were together on track. Why didn't you pit SBY? Mikey and P6 how? Just longed out those inters. So you didn't come out, you didn't come into the pits during the dry spell to change to dry tyres. So he hasn't had to do that extra pit stop. Oh, poor SBY. Jose in 9th at the moment. We'll no doubt get a position from SBY. Lee and Stufer doing battle. It's not been a great race for Lee. Oh, Odon's still on the dry tyres. Why are these people on dry tyres still? Like, you were literally beginning a lap while it was raining. Ay. That said, the wipers have stopped, so it must have been a very short spell. Matman having a bit of issues there. Stopped raining again. Yeah. Very short that. Oh, someone's had a drama. Oh, it's SBY. Okay, so it's a very short rain spell. SBY's thinking that maybe you can make it up at the end of the race if the track dries, but I don't know. SBY goes into 8th then. Mikey in 5th. Go on, Mike. Seconds between Andy and Biggles. I think the rain has caught Andy at the wrong times after such a strong start. Panda's done well in the changing conditions. Currently second. T Smith finds himself 9 seconds in the lead. Not a lot of fuel, but this is the last lap now. Unless Matman takes him out in a side swipe. Oh no, Mikey. Stop it. Stop it. Half-second penalty for Mikey. Going into the last lap. He will serve it this lap, so he won't have a 1 second at the line. But M30 and Graham are right on his tail. Mikey must be nervous. Yeah, I'd be nervous with those guys catching me. Jose's got third track ahead and behind, so I don't foresee any changes there. SBY's continuing on. Rodon on the softs, Rom on the intermediates. It's a matter of time before Rom gets past. Well, not showing the pace that he had in the Mazdas. Into the final lap, but there you go. Through goes Ron before turn 1 even happens. As T. Smith rounds the final corner again to win the race. Solid effort from him. Panda will take second. Good solid result. Biggles has managed to not lose any time. Well, not much time anyway. Solid result from Biggles to round out the podium. Andy, unlucky. Still a good run. 4th place for him. Mikey's just going to pit M30 for 5th place. Graham in 7th. Rosé, one of those that pitted for dry tyres. Seems like it might not have been the best idea. If you could lengthen out the inters, that was probably the one to go with. Lee comes home in 9th. Stufa, good effort from him, finishing ahead of a couple of GT1 boys. 10th place for him. Here comes SBY, sticks it on the wet part of the track. Fair enough. Rom has come a cropper and let Odon through. Oh dear. So Odon opting to keep the softs on like SBY at the end there in case the track dried quickly. It didn't. So 12th place for him, covering for Aaron. Rom will cross the line 13th. And that man already finishing the race a lap down in 14th. Alright, there we go. Andy getting the fastest lap during the opening stint. Oh. Lost the game of chicken with the weather. Yeah. I mean, I got bum information. I wasn't told that the race had to start dry. I thought it just had to. You could set it for whatever, but still make sure that the guys know what the conditions were. So I was going to start the race in the torrential rain and say to everyone, right, wet tyres. But I got told that you have to start the race on dry. So, from my test, had I not had to start the race on dry, there would have been another wet period at the very end of the race. But there you go. T. Smith wins again. So, that'll do his championship a wonder of good. Especially with SBY not picking the optimum strat for this Ferrari race. Panda in 2nd. Good result for him. Biggles and Andy. Mikey in a fantastic 5th place. Let's give Mikey his flowers, please, in the chat, because he's done well. He's done well there. Made the inters last as long as they needed to last until that final section of final bit of rain. M30 comes home in 6th. Graham in 7th. Rosé, good job again. Decent 8th position in changeable weather conditions. Lee Collin 9th. Stufa, solid job there for a GT2 guy in the 10th position. Doing a decent job in the changeable weather conditions. SBY in 11th. Odon 12th. Ron having struggles to finish in 13th. Matman 14th. And, oh yeah, Deval disconnected. I don't know what happened to Deval. Is there anything on Discord? No. No. So, we're not sure what happened to Deval. I don't recall seeing anything in chat either. So, there we go. That is your GT1 race at the Red Bull Ring. I hope everyone in chat was happy with the changing weather conditions. I'm not very good at weather, at knowing how weather works in this game. But yeah, I hope it was enjoyable for you guys. The next race will be a Ferrari-only endurance race once again, and that will be at Sainte Croix Beach Layout. So that should be fun. I think that's quite a fun track, really, to run around. So thank you very much for joining. Quickly, anyone who hasn't liked the stream, please like the stream. While you're still here, I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. Unsafe hates that track. Well, good, Unsafe, because quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of you being at the front. So if you hate that track, please introduce yourself to many barriers, and give the rest of us a flipping chance. You are quite welcome, Derek. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I don't think I'm the best at commentary, but hopefully I'm getting better. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. Join us again next week for the Sainte Croix endurance race in the Ferraris with, I'm assuming Lee will be on comms. He hasn't said that he's away or anything like that. So Lee on comms on Thursday night for GT2, and once again me for GT1. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good night. Goodbye.